Hey everyone, welcome to the channel, or back to the channel if you've been here before. Tonight I'm going to talk about ChatGPT. I'm going to show you how to access it, how to use it, how to get the best results, and then probably a lot of things that you didn't realize that you could do with it. But before we get into any of that, do me a favor, hit the like button and go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It helps the channel grow and it makes sure that you don't miss any future episodes. Let's get started with how we access ChatGPT. I have a web browser open. I've got chat.openai.com pulled up, and it's giving me the option to log in or sign up. It's really that simple. You can sign up with your Google account, your Microsoft account. I think you can do with your Apple account as well. So go ahead and get signed in. So once you get a window that looks like this, yours may not look exactly like this because I do have ChatGPT Plus turned on. Then you're in the right spot. This is where we need to be at to continue the rest of the video. You don't necessarily have to follow along. It's just sort of fun to play with and get some ideas while you're watching the video. And also, as a side note, you can download the ChatGPT app on your iPhone or Android. All right, so let's go ahead and get started with the basic uses of ChatGPT. From what I've gathered, most people that use ChatGPT use it sort of like a search engine. They'll just type in a question, they'll get an answer. They'll ask a medical question, they'll ask a computer question, they'll ask a geography question, and then they get the answer. And the reason that this is so handy, and I think more and more people will start using this, is because if I were to type in any of those questions into Google, into Bing, or any of the other search engines, I would come up with pages of results. A lot of those would be ads, a lot of it would be junk and filler. If I ask ChatGPT, the capital of France, I'm going to get the answer and nothing else. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, so I've asked, what is the capital of France? ChatGPT says the capital of France is Paris. It's the country's largest city and a major center for culture, art, fashion, and cuisine, along with many other things. So you get the answer. You don't have to dig through pages of search results. You don't have to see ads popping up. Short and sweet answer. That's exactly what I wanted. Let's go ahead and look at another basic use for ChatGPT. We'll say, what is a simple recipe for peanut butter cookies? Okay, and so now ChatGPT's responded with an ingredient list, instructions, tells me what to preheat the oven to, basically walks me through the entire thing. Let's break it down even further. That looks complicated. Explain it to me like I'm 5. And so now it's given me that same recipe, same instructions list, but it's explained it to me like I'm 5 years old. So, like the steps, get ready, ask a grown up to turn on the oven to 350. That's pretty hot. And then it just walks me through the entire things. Wash your hands and make little balls with the dough. Place them on your cookie sheets. Ask a grown up to help you squish them with a fork. There you go. So, that's just a fun way to get basic results out of ChatGPT, using it sort of like a search engine without having to dig through the results. And then on top of that, you can even customize it for yourself. I like to use a little chocolate syrup in my peanut butter cookies. Please add that. Absolutely. Here we go. So now it's going to give us the ingredient list again, but it's also going to have a 4th cup of chocolate syrup. And then it's going to walk through the instructions once again, but with the chocolate this time included in the instructions, as you can see in step number 3, titled Chocolate Time. So now we're going to look at another basic example. Let's do something like coffee, tea. All right, and so now I have my answer. It's explain coffee and tea to me. But let's take that a step further. Pair coffee with tea. Oh, caffeine. All right, and so here we have our answer where it's compared them in terms of caffeine and health benefits. Let's take a look here. Coffee typically has more caffeine than tea does. And then coffee consumption has been associated with a lower risk of several diseases, including Parkinson's, type 2 diabetes, and certain types of cancers. Also decreased risk of stroke and Alzheimer's. Tea, antioxidants, which can help prevent cells from damage, lower risk of heart disease and certain types of cancers, improve cholesterol levels, and support weight loss efforts. All right, and that's just another example of how the way you talk to ChatGPT can get you a different type of answer. If I'm asking about tea and coffee and I'm specifically interested in the health benefits and the caffeine, then if I put that directly into my prompt, health and caffeine, then that's exactly what I'm going to get from the answer. Well, we could even take that a step further. That's too much to read. Give me 3 sentences to sum it up. So as we can see here now, it's summed all of this up into 3 sentences. Kind of exactly what I want. Coffee generally has more caffeine than tea. It talks about the health benefits of each of them. And we were able to take all of this information down to 3 sentences. Now we're going to look at some more practical uses. Writing emails, generating essays, and things like that. So I've got a blank ChatGPT window open here. And let's do this. Write an email to my boss to let pick a. All right, and now it's generated an email template for me to use. This is a bit longer than I'd like to send to my boss. Let's see. I hope this email finds you well. Unfortunately, I woke up this morning feeling quite unwell with a high fever and other flu-like symptoms. I visited the doctor and have been advised to take the day off to rest and recover. Therefore, I will not be attending work today. And then it goes into I've ensured my responsibilities and basically making my coworkers do all the work. I don't want to put that in my email, so let's do this. Didn't go to the doctor and don't. That email is too long. So now I've got this short and sweet answer. It's cut out all the extra crap. It's less detailed and it's more like an actual email I would send. If I were to send something like this one to my company, they would immediately know it was ChatGPT. All right, so for this part of the video, we're going to go into how to use ChatGPT as sort of like a motivational coach. And I'm a big fan of Jocko, so we're going to use Jocko as an example here. It's Sunday morning, and I'm struggling to find the motivation to finish this video. Motivate me, Jocko. All right, and so here we go. Now we've got the Jocko motivation version. It's Sunday morning while the world is sleeping. You have the golden opportunity to get ahead. Now is not the time to relent. Now is the time to double down and push through. That sounds a lot like Jocko. Take a deep breath, visualize the completed video, visualize the satisfaction of hitting the upload button, the pride in seeing your vision come to life. Now harness that vision, let it drive you through the finish line. This is pretty good, but it's a little bit longer than I'd like for it to be. So uh, in the style of Jocko, make that 3 sentences. Discipline, not motivation, dictates your success. Embrace the grind. Face that video project and remember why you started. To make an impact, to express your craft. Now hammer down, finish strong, and show the world your relentless pursuit of excellence. It's go time. That's actually perfect. All right, so now we're going to look at another example of something that's a little out of the box thinking. I need to deep clean my house, but this isn't something I do often. Build a checklist for me. All right, so now it's generated the checklist for me. It's got some general information, reminding me to clean the doorknobs, light switches, and things as well. Areas in the kitchen, bathrooms, bedrooms, living areas, and then miscellaneous things like checking the batteries and the smoke detectors, disposing of expired medications, paints. Super handy for things like this as well. So another area where ChatGPT really shines is when you're trying to learn a new skill, when you're trying to get a certification, or you're trying to brush up on some knowledge before a job interview, perhaps. So let's go ahead and have it do something like that. We'll do, I want to get my A plus certification. Create a list of questions to test me and see which areas I need to improve on, and then prepare to build training around my weaker areas. All right, so now what it's done is it's created a handful of questions from each sort of category in the A plus certification test, just to sort of see where I'm at. The security stuff is unfamiliar. Design a course outline to teach me this and then start lesson one. All right, so now it's going to go ahead and design a course outline to help me learn the security essentials for the A plus certification, and it's going to go ahead and start the first lesson. All right, so now I have my answer. It's laid out the course outline with looks like 8 modules and a review, and it's gone ahead and started the first lesson where it's teaching me the importance of computer security and then some common terms, followed up with an exercise and some homework. All right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to use AI to help us generate content for a PowerPoint presentation. Let's do create a PowerPoint slide outline for a presentation about leadership. Create all content, slide B-roll, and recommend theme. All right, so now it's created the slide outline for me. It's given me the title, the subtitle. It's given me the different slides. Slide 1 is agenda, 2 is introduction to leadership, and it recommends B-roll for each of these. It recommends a theme, gives some more information here about the B-roll. Generate a script for me to read while presenting. And as you can see now, it's generating the slide content again, but this time with a script for me to follow while I'm giving the presentation. Basically telling me what to say on each slide. So now we're at the final part of the video. This is the brainstorming segment. This is how I use ChatGPT for a lot of different things. When I've got an idea, or maybe think I have a bit of an idea, but I'm not sure what to do with it, this is where I'll go to kind of flesh those ideas out, to expand on them, to kind of refine a little bit more. So let's go ahead and take a look, and let's do something like that. I want to build a Roblox game, somehow fantasy themed. Create some concepts. Okay, so now it's generated some different information, different concepts on the game that I could use. But let's say I want to make it more arcadey. I like some of these, but I envision the game a bit arcadey. Okay, so now it's giving me some ideas based on sort of an arcadey version of that fantasy game. One of the things it says here, create a village that acts as a hub world. I like that. Let's talk about the hub village. I imagine this is something like Stormwind in World of Warcraft. Players go trade, sell. Yeah. All right, so now it's giving me some more kind of ideas about the hub village. It says a couple cool things in here that I thought was interesting. If I were to build a Roblox game, I'd definitely follow some of these. Arcade entrances. So you could have entrances between the different worlds that players would enter here at the hub world, sort of like a portal. Seasonal decorations. World of Warcraft does things like that. And then it even recommends hosting live in-game events or festivals. A super fun idea. Let's have it do this now. So let's take it a step further. We'll do this. I love this game idea. Create step-by-step instructions how to get started. All right, and so now it's created the basic outline for what the game would look like. And as you can see here, it's telling us to learn the basics, to plan it all out, team building. Says if the project's too big, I may want to consider bringing in someone else. I have kids that can do this in an hour, so it's not something I'm particularly worried about. But let's look at this. It tells me to familiarize myself with the Roblox Studio and the Lua scripting language. I can open a new window, teach me step by step how to use Lua. I've never used it. I need to learn it for a Roblox game. So now it's going to teach me how to use Lua for Roblox. So as you can see now, it's giving me directions on how to start using Lua. It's giving me directions to download the Roblox Studio. It's giving me some basics on the scripting language used. It's going to walk me through how to use the different parts of Roblox Studio, how to use the scripts inside of Roblox Studio, and then it's giving me some links for some tutorials and other developers. Hey everyone, I appreciate you stopping by to check out the video. Over the last couple weeks, I've recorded hours of content for this video, re-recorded. I've explored various prompts for the video, but in the end, I chose to focus on just laying down the fundamentals of ChatGPT. There's still a treasure trove of advanced prompting insights that I'm excited to share in upcoming episodes. So make sure you stay tuned, hit the subscribe button, give the video a thumbs up so you can stay updated on future episodes. Additionally, you can subscribe to my free newsletter for a weekly dose of AI news and more creative prompting ideas. I appreciate everyone. Thank you.